Hello, rats! Okay, that's my intro because I'm going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. For those of you who are watching video, um, yeah, the burn, I'm really hoping it's coming across on camera, not as bad as it is in person, but I highly doubt that because I'm watching myself and it's pretty bad. Um, So yeah, we had a boat day today. You're getting the super raw and authentic me because well, also hair freshly washed. I was like, you know what, I'm not doing it. Um so where do I begin? Okay, yeah, boat day. Um First boat day of the year, which is also crazy because it's literally May and normally our first boat day would have been by like March. But we've literally just had so much going on that yeah, it didn't happen until today. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. First of all, it should be a crime. It should be illegal literally across the world for anybody to get burnt. Like, why is this a thing? Um, Second of all, like what makes me so mad is I did put tanning oil on, granted, but I put it on my front and I had it on for like 15 minutes before I decided to do sunscreen. Actually, not even before I decided to do sunscreen. I put on my tanning oil and I like sat in the chair for maybe 5 minutes. And then me and the dude started playing with his beach toys and stuff while Matthew was turning the boat around. And he gets done with that and he's like, "Your back is super red," which, okay, hold on. I'm like trying to show you guys. Anyways, it's basically the same shade as the front. Anyways, but he was like, "Your back," and I'm like, "What do you mean my back? Like I literally like haven't even put anything on there." So I was like, "Okay, put some sunscreen on there," because the last time I got burnt, it was my back because the dude and I were out in the backyard playing with the splash pad and with the water table, and I simply just forgot that like my back was completely faced towards the sun. So Matthew was like, "It's literally like virgin skin on your back, so you're getting burnt again." And I'm like, "Okay, but that's fucked up." So knew while we were out there that my back was getting burnt. However, it was like midway through the day, and Matthew was like, "You need to be putting on some more sunscreen." And I'm like, "Dude, I've been putting it on every 30 minutes." And he was like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm positive." So I just continued to keep putting on sunscreen until I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna get out of the sun. I'm just gonna come under the umbrella and literally not get out of the umbrella." And the ride home, I could feel my face. That's the part I'm the most mad about. Honestly, yes, like I'm mad about getting sunburn in general because don't need to be getting sunburn. I'm like too old for this. Like I'm mad because it's like I should know better, right? I'm an adult and I'm out here getting burnt. But what are you going to do? So I'm mainly mad about my face because I don't want my face to get burnt because if I'm gonna get skin cancer on my body, then whatever. But on my face, no, I can't do that. This is giving, like 3 years ago, Memorial Day weekend, we were in Louisiana visiting, our friends. And the night before, I got really obliterated. Therefore, the next morning when we were going fishing, like fishing, where you get up at 5 a.m., I was deceased. And the entire day on the boat, I just slept. And I guess at one point I was sleeping and like I had the towel over my body, but not my face. And my face got so burnt. Like so burnt, and I had just done like some micro needling a few days before. So we're talking about baby skin. That's not supposed to be in the sun. I got so burnt that my nose was like crusty like days later because it was scabbing. So I really hope that doesn't happen this time because my face is pretty burnt. And that's the part I'm the most mad about. And I was putting sunscreen on. I will say I may have manifested this a little bit because I was talking to Sydney and I was like, I like cannot wait to be in the sun today and burn my face because I don't know what the fuck is going on right now, but like the pimples on my face and like on my neck are really pissing me off. And here's another thing that should be a crime across the world. Adult acne. The fuck? I I'm an adult. I don't like what is this for? Also, like I thought I moved past this because my acne was really bad when I had first gotten off of birth control when we were trying to have a baby. And then it got better like while I was pregnant and then never really got oh, sorry. I'm also tired along with my sunburn. Like it really took it out of me, you guys. And this is just really hard to go through. Anyways, first world problems. Literally sitting here complaining about my sunburn and my adult acne. Be so for real, Fallon. Anyways, so the fact that I'm like getting this random acne right now is really starting to piss me off. But I know that like during the summertime, it just always gets better because of salt water and me being in the sun and whatever. So I like did kind of manifest this, I think. Did not manifest it on this level. It's fucked up. And what's even more fucked up is my son is tanner than me. We've been in the sun equal times. And it's just not cool. He got Matthew's complexion, clearly, which is fucked up. Uh But I guess also not necessarily because I'm so thankful because if he was like me, who knows what this evening would have looked like for us. Meanwhile, he's like the tannest dude I know now. How rude. But at least I don't have to, I mean, obviously I'm applying sunscreen on him more than myself because I'm like thinking about him. But he refuses to wear a hat and we were so nervous like all day. And I was like kept spraying sunscreen on his head. But no burn. Not a single piece of his skin is burnt, you guys. And here I am looking like Rudolph, and it hurts. My face is what really hurts. But getting I took my shower, did my aloe. I'm gonna aloe it up again before bed, and we're just gonna ride it out. And it's gonna peel. And I'm just literally not doing tanning oil at all anymore. Even though I didn't do it on my back and I still got burned. I guess I'm just gonna, I don't know. Maybe I gotta bump up my SPF. I'm doing 50, but maybe I need to be doing 75. I don't know. It's really, I'm upset about it. But I'm gonna move on for the sake of getting myself hyped up and perseverating on that. And I don't need to. Um, but on the good thing about the boat day is now that we've had the first boat day of the year, like I can officially, like in my mind, say that summer is here. And that simply means that any lasting leftover piece of depression that was in my soul has just simply evaporated. I don't even know what depression is. What are you talking about? Hmm? Depression? What? No, because I'll be on the boat next weekend. So yeah, like unless it's shit storming out during the weekend in the summer, or like unless we're like going somewhere, I will be by some type of water. whether it's a pool, whether it's the boat. I just simply think that it's another crime. I'm speaking of a lot of things that should be crimes. Um, to not do that during the summer, especially like living somewhere in Florida. I don't know, maybe if I lived somewhere, I don't know, different, that would not cross my mind, but it does. So yeah, now that we got the elephant in the room out of the way and chatted about sunburns and all of that, we can really take the time to talk about how I feel like episode 15, this is another monumental episode. Wow. I'm doing the damn thing, okay? Um, whether I'm talking to myself or not. Haha, Dylan, that one was for you. Anyways, this is, I mean, it's cool. Like, I'm vibing. You know, I don't think I ever even brought it up, but look at this. I got a little microphone holder. I was so sick of holding the microphone in my hand and like smacking it, but I'm smacking this just equally as much and like messing with it because I can't figure out exactly how to get it, but I didn't want one of the ones that clipped. Anyways, equipment is moving up too. So, yeah, we're here. Dude, my hair, I'm telling you, literally freshly washed, didn't do anything to it. I was like, let me just throw it in a little clip. The fact, what is this? Oh my God, James would be so pissed off at me right now. I'm sorry. I'll do my hair. I promise. Anywho, I really enjoyed having Victoria on the pod. And also, I felt like it was wonderful for both of us too, because I think we chatted for like 30 minutes after we like stopped filming. Just about books continued. Which, speaking of books, sorry that this podcast is like becoming like a book review pod. I don't know. That might be what it's shaping up to be, because simply I don't know, that's pretty much a lot of what I do. Um I mean, we do things during the summer. I mean, I could talk about the boat a lot and we can joke about my burns. I don't know. I'm just a bookworm. Uh 44 books down already, you guys, for 2025. That's fucking crazy, actually, when I think about it, because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my time? But then I have to remind myself that I'm reading these all at night when I should be sleeping. So how healthy is that, right? But I'm getting like some reading action done during the day, like during the dude's naps, or if I'm just having like a me day. But it's pretty impressive. But it's just simply like that's what I'm gonna do with my free time. That or trash TV. So it just depends on the mood. Like tonight, obviously, I'm burnt. I'm in a bad mood because I'm burnt. So I'm gonna get in bed and I'm just gonna watch trash TV. But tomorrow I'll probably read. You never know. Um, last week I I didn't read as much because one night I read and then I finished the book at like 12:30 or something. But then I was wired and couldn't go to sleep. So here it is, 2 a.m. and I'm going to bed. And I still have to wake up and be a what did I just say? Civilized human being. Clearly I'm not. And take care of my kid, work, whatever it may be. So that hurt. I was hurting. And then literally then that next night, I don't know if it was because I was like so overtired, kind of like how kids get, that I then couldn't sleep again. But then I stayed up till 2 a.m. again that night. And I didn't even read. And finally, by the third night, I was able to get a good night's rest. And so then I picked up on reading again once I got my good night's sleep. So, yeah. But speaking of books and me not reading, but what have I currently been reading? I did, though, this weekend finally finish the Sinners Anonymous series, which Victoria had actually recommended to me a long time ago. And I read the first book, Sinners Anonymous, like last year. And it was so good. I loved Rory and Angelo that I was like, you know how there's some of those series and like mainly the standalone ones where it's like, okay, well, the next book really has nothing to do with this couple. So if you read the first book, great. It'll help you with this second book, knowing who people are, like those types of books. And oh, I think they're interconnected standalones. That's the special word for them. Anywho, sometimes with those books though, I get too connected to one of the characters that then I don't want to read the next book because I'm like, well, they're not even going to be like the star of the show. Like that's who I loved so much. So it took me till now to finish that series and read Sinners Condemned and Sinners Consumed. Oh my God. I love Rafe and Penny actually more. So I'm really upset that it took me this long. I think I gave both books 4 out of 5 stars, which is pretty rare for me. I feel like I just constantly rate books like a 3 because odds that when I'm done reading that book, I'm going to remember anything about what happened in that book. 0. A big fat 0. I'm reading for the moment in time. Um, unless it's like some series I'm super into or whatever, then that's where it's going to be like, okay, I'm rating you a 4. And it's likely a book that I probably bought or, whatever. So, finish that. I have taken a mild pause in the Perfectly Imperfect series and I am on book 5, but again, now I'm in the situation with this interconnected standalone series where all the first 4 couples, I really enjoyed them. And now the 5th book, like just the little blurb that I was reading, I'm like, I don't know if this one's going to be it for me. So I've taken a hiatus from that too. I'm also like, okay, there's only, actually, I'm about to say, there's only so much Mafia I can do. But then I literally just told you that I finished a series and it's a Mafia series. So who am I kidding? Um, but I do feel like there's only so much like of one writing style you can read consecutively without being like, okay, I need to switch it up here. Um, so indeed I did. And now I'm gonna be taking a hiatus from some of the Mafia and like super deep smut because I didn't realize that Fearless had come out, which is a part of the Reckless trilogy, which apparently, which is something else Victoria and I were talking about, is like people say the Reckless trilogy is like a ripoff of Red Queen, which I do have the first book for, but I have not started it because again, it goes back to that thing where I talk about having physical copies of books. It is a book that I have the physical copy of, therefore I don't like it doesn't pop up in my mind to read it. And also it's a young adult, so I got to be in the mood to like have only angst and no products. Like I can deal with the slow burn, don't get me wrong, because I'm like flipping the fucking pages, just eating it up. But if it's a slow burn and it's literally only going to be a slow burn, like there's no reward I'm going to get for like going through this emotional turmoil as I was reading. It's it's not as fun. Um So that's really awful. But I need to finish this series. And I didn't realize Fearless had come out literally like in April until I was trying to find something to read the other night before I started like Sinners Anonymous or finished it. And saw like Fearless and I was like, "Oh, like I wonder if it's like pre-order or something." And then I was like, "Oh wait, no, like I can literally buy it." And so I bought it. And I was gonna read today, but didn't read. We just had like so much fun like playing and vibing and all of that that I literally didn't even get my Kindle out. So that's my mission this week is to read Fearless and Peyton and Kai. I'm like really nervous because I looked it up on TikTok just to kind of like see if somebody had posted some quotes or something because I love that when I see something and I'm on my For You page. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm going to just move on from that For You page and it's about a book and I'm like, ooh, okay. And I like bookmark it or favorite it, put it in my books folder, which has over like 300 videos. And then I will like look up the book further to see people who have posted quotes to like really double check that I'm gonna like it. So I was doing that, but there was none of that. I was just like, spoiler, spoiler. So I was like, okay, not gonna watch any of these, but now on my For You page, I have to like start scrolling really fast because there will be a spoiler that like pops up because I searched it. So I really have to read it now. Because I guess because I talked about Onyx Storm on the pod or something like that. Something popped up the other day on my For You page and I didn't scroll fast enough. And I'm probably like a 75% sure I spoiled it for myself, but I tried to move on really fast. So that's another delay for Onyx Storm because I'm gonna try to like really forget about what I saw so that I am not thinking about the spoiler the entire time I'm reading and how I already know what's gonna happen. Whew, okay. End scene of the books because that is truly all I talk about. Not really, but it's a big part of my life. I feel like I could have, worse hobbies. And if books is it, so be it because Kindle Unlimited is only like 13 bucks a month and pretty much every book I read is off of Kindle Unlimited. And if it's not, I try to get it off of Libby. And if it's not on Libby, then God forbid I'll buy it. But even if you buy something like on Kindle, it's still cheaper usually than the paperback or buying the book off of Amazon. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Actually, I do. I don't know why I just said that. Anyways, which I know that also like people are gonna be like, don't buy your books from Amazon, but they're cheaper. So, and I don't have to leave, you guys. Sorry. I've gotten into this habit of like, if I'm leaving the house, it's for a purpose, like a super purpose. We're going to like one or two places. I'm not like running around the town. I don't want to do that. I hate running errands. And Pensacola has gotten to the point where it is so overpopulated that doing anything is like miserable. I feel like we went to Walmart the other day, and granted, it was a rainy day, so there's nothing anybody can do but go to like the mall and the grocery store and do all of their errands because like you can't be hanging out outside. So, but we, ew, sorry, we were going to Walmart. The traffic was fucking crazy. Um, oh yeah, we were gonna go to Sushi Masa, which my Picola people will understand. I mean, maybe. I don't think it's like that great for it to constantly have a fucking wait. It makes me so mad because I've been wanting sushi masa for like 2 months now. And every time we've attempted to go, there's a wait. And I'm not, like, I just simply am not going to wait to eat at a restaurant, a subpar restaurant. It's not like it's not a Michelin star. So I'm not fucking waiting. And even if it was a Michelin star, you'd have to have reservations. Therefore, I wouldn't be waiting because I would have a reservation. Um, Anywho, so it was just crazy getting around anywhere and doing anything. So, yeah, my hobby has become reading. It's kind of always been reading, but it's just exacerbated, I think, since having a child and like working from home because now when I leave the house, it's for a legit purpose and not for shits and gigs. So we did have a date night. Was that last? I can't even remember. It was last week. It was so cute though. Um, we went to a Woes game. Fun. We went out, hung out with James and her partner, and it was oh yeah, and I met her sister. It was so much fun. Um, so yeah, that was great. So like I'll go and do things, but as far as like running errands and stuff, my least favorite thing in the world, no. Because the entire time I'm doing that, I'm thinking about, hello, what could I be doing at home? Reading a book, doing something productive like cleaning up my fucking house, which I really need to do, but no, I want to hire someone. Anyways, moving on. But if I'm not reading trash TV, dude, I am so deep into Real Housewives of Atlanta right now. Season 6. This season I'm fucking eating up. Let me tell you, it's because every other episode a fight is breaking out and I'm like I'm literally like giggling so hard. And Nene is just giving. I fucking hate Kenya. And what's sad is like I'm pretty sure she's like still on there to this day. So I'm like, oh God. Like they really do love to keep a villain on there. Just like why the fuck is the Summer House preview showing me that Danielle's gonna be in there? Or actually I don't even think it's the preview. I think it was his last episode that Danielle is popping up. I'm like, she's not on fucking Summer House anymore. Goodbye. Oh, it makes me I don't know why. Like she was just not my person. Um And it just irritates me that they're still trying to put her on the show, but she's not on it anymore. It's like, boo, go away. You weren't getting views for the show anyways, so we don't really want to see you. There's better things we could be watching. Um, but yeah, so my trash TV would be like Bravo, or I did Matthew was like yelling at me, not yelling at me, you guys, but he was just giving me shit because he was like, "Can we watch something with like substance, like something intellectual or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have the perfect show." It was Laguna Beach, which is probably even worse than anything Bravo could come up with because we're talking about like spoiled rich kids in Laguna Beach, California, in high school. Be so for real. Well, that's what it started as, and then as we were watching it, I was like, no, 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 this isn't it. The Hills. So right now, like, I'm going back and forth between watching The Hills and Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's just crazy to me. Just TV used to be so great, and it's just not anymore. Oh, I'm giggling at that still. But speaking of like Bravo, I really want to go to BravoCon. I have not even like tried to look into how much it would be just because I already know that it's not something that I want to pay right now. But I, especially if I can't even see Nene, like, does she tour? Does she do little readings? Because I would love to chat. Anywho, but I do really want to go one day. I feel like it would be in total fangirl mode, and I just would love that for myself. And for Sydney, because I think she's like really one of the only one of my friends who like can get on the Bravo level with me, except she's not a Southern Charm person. And she hasn't been getting into Atlanta as much as me, but this the one I'm hooked on. Below Deck's okay. The other Housewives franchises I have not gotten into yet because they're all like, just like Atlanta, it's like 16 fucking seasons. And I'm like, geez, Louise. And I'm gonna have to, I have to start from the beginning. I have to know the lore. I cannot just start from like where it is now. I can't do that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So, yeah, that's my dream one day, BravoCon. And just to make a whole thing out of it. Like, vacay, live it up, love life, peace. Okay. At the risk of making myself sound so stupid, this isn't my niche. We talked about that last week. It's okay to not have your niche. Geography is not my niche, and science, I guess, is not, certain sciences are not my niches. Heat lightning. Because like, the other night before it started storming, there was like some heat lightning, and I was like, oh. And it reminded me of when I was a kid and there would be heat lightning and I would be freaking out, and my mom would always be like, it's just heat lightning. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, if there's lightning, that means there's a storm. So again, I can come to the same question. It was heat lightning, but then it turned into real lightning and then a real storm. So is heat lightning just kind of like foreplay? Or like, what is the difference? Is it because there's not like an actual like lightning crack that's like meeting the earth when it's heat lightning? It's just, it's warming up. It's doing, in Hotworks terms, you're in your launch phase. I don't know. I need to know. I haven't Googled it, so I could probably Google it or AI it and let AI let me know. But if you guys know, let me know. Because it's not like super pertinent on my like search engine list, but I am curious because I'm like, was my mom just trying to like gaslight me? Because storms when I was a kid used to be the only thing that would wake me up. I still to this day am a really heavy sleeper. Uh, you could probably, no, you couldn't. I will wake up, but I just, I don't know. Once I'm out, I'm out. Getting to sleep is what's always been my thing. But once I get to sleep, there's usually no like waking up type of insomnia. But storms when I was a kid used to be like a no-go. If there was a storm, and there was any type of lightning or thunder, I was gonna wake up and I was gonna like go run to my mom's room. So maybe she was gaslighting me and she was onto something. She was like trying to be like, it's just heat lightning. So that I would just be thinking that the lightning that followed was also heat lightning. Because I can't really remember. Huh. Okay. Um, Also, on the topic of Earth, I don't know what's going on to my indoor plants and my green thumb. Who am I kidding? Don't have a green thumb. The only reason that my outdoor gardens do so well is because I have sprinkler systems set up. And my raised bed garden, the only reason it's doing okay is because I'm determined for it not to flop because all this effort was put into it, like buying the freaking container thing, all of the soil that had to go in there, buying all of that shit. So I'm like, "Oh no, you're gonna fucking produce something for me." Um, but my indoor plants, yeah, I've never been good at indoor plants. Finally got good at indoor plants when I got the sunroom, but then these ones are shitting the bed right now, and I don't know what's going on. I literally texted my friend Kaylee in a panic this last week because I was like, I literally took a picture of them and I was like, what's wrong? Like, but she's Miss Plant Queen. I've never seen a human being have so many like thriving plants in their house. It makes me so fucking sad for myself because I'm like, this clearly something's wrong with me. And she's got like a greenhouse and everything, like that little cunt. How dare she have a green thumb and I not? So I texted her and I was like, what's wrong with my plants? I'm like, I'm watering them just like the little card says to water them. They're in the sunroom and they say they tolerate bright to medium light. So there is no way that that's not what they're getting out here. What is wrong? And she's like, well, how often is the thing say to water it? And I was like, once a week. And she was like, I do not water my pothos once a week. She's like, so you're probably overwatering them. Um, so I did this morning before we went out on the boat, repot them all. I mean, they're in the same pots, but I just like took the soil out because come to find out she was right. The soil was soaked in like all of them. No root rot yet, but still. Anywho. So I literally didn't even like rewater them after I repotted them because the soil I have is like moisture control, which I think may be another thing that is killing them or not helping me is I think I need like a soil that dries out a little bit quicker. I don't know. I think the moisture control like genuinely does hold the moisture in so well, which is like great and all. But then in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, it's been X amount of time. I need to go water these bitches. And then I water them, and alas, they are overwatered. So hopefully that works and they get better because all my stuff outside is doing so well. Even Well, my wildflower garden, I did get some more seeds this weekend and like kind of sprinkle them in there because I thought I did a really good job of like sprinkling them out because I read a bunch of things that said to mix the seeds with sand so that when you're throwing it, you can see where you've been and like you don't have like missing patches. Well, I did that and I still had fucking missing patches. But I just now got around to being able to like put some seeds in there. So hopefully they'll germinate and they'll just be a little behind the rest. That's okay. But yeah. So raised bed garden doing great. It's so cute. What it like the zucchini plant has like little like flowers, and same thing with like the chili peppers and like this little tomato. Like it's not a tomato plant. It's a tomatillo plant, which I literally swear to God, somebody must have switched it because I was grabbing a legit regular like red husky tomato plant. And then after I planted this and I looked at the thing, I was like, that is not what I bought. But oh well. And Matthew's like, we can use it for salsa. And I'm like, when the fuck have I ever made homemade salsa? And guess what? I'm gonna need regular red tomatoes fat too. Whatever. I already told myself if I do good with the raised bed garden this year, I'll get one more raised bed, and that one will be for like fruits. And so I'll have a veggie one and I'll have a fruit one. Like a veggie, fruit, herb one, I think. Because I think we eat like a little bit more veggies than we do fruit. Not necessarily, but I think we eat more veggies that I could probably grow than fruit that I could probably grow. So that's my plan. Uh, I honestly, what's gonna help me stay successful in the long run is if I figure out some type of irrigation system for over there so that I don't have to water it myself. Because I'm eventually gonna start forgetting. And it doesn't rain enough. Like literally it just the storm we had the other day, I think was the first time it rained in like 2 weeks. What the fuck? What? My water bill is not very nice and happy with me right now. Alas, again, home ownership is a scam because I'm pretty sure every place that I rented, I'm trying to think. The water was just like included in the rent. And or it was like a flat rate of like $70 or something like that to pay for the, trash and sewer or whatever. So it fucking sucks having to pay for it yourself. And it fucking sucks having to fix shit yourself. I don't know, but I'm not the one who fixes it, but still. I'm the one who has to like plan out what needs to be fixed and, get the ball rolling on that. So homeownership is a scam. But not really, because like like love that it's my home and I can do whatever I want to it. I more so mean that in the long run, I really don't think owning a home winds up saving you any money, because you're constantly putting money into your home, which everyone would argue with me and tell me, right, but like you're adding value to your home. How are you, like, you're not really adding value to your home when you have to, like, f- fix the toilet because the house needs a toilet anyways. Like, even if it was you were buying a newer toilet, how much is that going to increase my value by? Not by the amount that I bought it for. That's for damn sure. Only, like, I feel like big projects really do that. Like, obviously, you're like, if you're selling your home and you have a newer AC unit, sure. I think that's gonna like increase your home value, not necessarily, but I know for us, like when we were buying like our house in Birmingham, and then even when we bought here, those were always things we were looking at, was like, how old is the water heater? How old is the AC unit? Because while those things are important and we wanted to know, because the age it is likely like giving you an estimate of how long it's going to be till you have to replace it. It's not increasing the value any for me. Anyways, the only person who's going to wind up getting the money out of your home is like your kids or something. And even by the time they get that money, yeah, they're going to get whatever profit, but whatever profit they're getting is not going to be equal to everything you put into this house. No. So that's where I say homeownership is a scam. It's not a scam because I'm like, we would always own a home in that way. It's a scam in the fact that like people push it so much to be something that is like you having more money, or like making more money than people who are renting. And I'm like, the only thing that it really does for you is gives you a net worth, because it's an asset. So yeah, like if I die or whatever, you can sell this off to pay for whatever. Versus if I was renting, then my net worth is only based on what other assets I own. So yes, my net worth is more because of the house I own, but whatever. Anyhow, look at me, book girly, finance girly, plant girly. You can give me all the girlies. I'm just so great. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up because I need to douse myself in some more aloe. I also need to add some apple cider vinegar to my Walmart cart for my pickup order tomorrow. Hack, you guys, if you didn't know, apple cider vinegar and a bath when you're burnt is a chef's kiss hack, because what it does is it takes the sting out of your burn. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And I know you're probably thinking like, but wait, am I gonna smell like apple cider vinegar when I get out of the bath? No, you're not. Don't I don't know how the sorcery exists, but it does. You're not going to. So I gotta get some of that. And I actually probably need to up like my get another bottle of aloe. So, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 15 of Feral Thoughts. It was great chatting with you guys while looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and shout out to all the moms. And it's not just Mother's Day, it's Mother's Week. Okay? That's what I'm doing for myself. That's what you should do for yourself. So, be sure to follow me on my socials, everybody, at Feral Thoughts Pod, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want to find me, chat with me. I'm forgetting what I was saying and what I've already gone through because I got sidetracked because I was talking about Mother's Day. Oh my God. Anyways, okay, everyone have a wonderful week, and until next time, bye.